Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pen Fans series. In this series, we ask pen fans three important fountain pen questions. On this episode, we have an amazing guest. We have Dante del Vecchio, the former Visconti CEO, and nowadays he is the director of writing of Pineider on the show. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to do that right now. Dante, welcome on the show. I have three questions for you. Let's start with the first question. How did you get into fountain pens?
Uh, this is an old story.
I
And
know.
I used to have a pen store that I
Hmm.
was carrying with my sister for 10 years. And
Hmm.
after, I knew very well the pens because we have a nice department. And and I was carrying nearly every brand. Not all the brands, but most. Consider it was 1970 something. So it's a long time ago. Long
Hmm.
time ago. My sister, after 10 years, she married a man that was ultra rich.
Hmm.
And she told me, Dante, I will stop working. So what I've done, I was not feeling that was good to run the store by myself. I
Hmm.
sold the store and opened Visconti to the pens that I was thinking were better than those that I can buy and resell. In other words, I got the feeling that the world was changing. The pen were coming back, but not pens for writing, but pens for collection, the
Hmm.
pens made with the vintage material.
Hmm.
I opened Wisconsin in 1988, and
Hmm.
until 1995, we were wondering if Visconti should make pens not in celluloid because we were making only celluloid pens.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, when nobody else in the world were making pens that were those verbal recalling, and they're being invited 3 times from Italian TV to speak about how a guy without any experience in manufacturing, any experience in running a brand, could able from scratch a brand and make it famous. And
Hmm.
when I left Visconti 6 years ago, Visconti was ranking number three in the world as the best brand.
Wow. That's
So I'm
impressive.
I'm very proud of what I've done, and
Yeah.
consider that I still have with me a dream book where it's all the famous people that I met or I worked with. I met the pen for the two American presidents, George Bush. I have his photo with my pen, Obama. I have, Prince Albert that still, calls me. I made three pens for the Munich, and I have Clint Eastwood, Tom Hanks, and I keep going for a long time. Oprah Winfrey, and I have to tell you, I'm very proud about that.
And of course, I also have your pens, but I can understand that you do not put me in that same line. That's okay. Let's go to the second question, Dante. Which design are you the most proud of?
Many, not only one, not only one, for sure.
The latest.
No, I'm used to say usually. Normally, I answer the next. But you see that in Visconti, my two favorite pens were for sure the Divina and the Wall Street.
Yeah.
The Homo sapien was just a genius. I got to use the lava for an amazing pen. It was probably now they call it the new modern, the new
Hmm.
old. Is a modern
Hmm.
classic. It's a modern classic.
Yes, a modern classic.
So
Yes.
it's amazed from the work I've done and the number of good limited that I've made. In
Hmm.
Pineider, I've the avatar that is a simple pen but extremely welcome from the
Yeah.
market, and the great beauty is not one pen, is a concept, every pen can be a great beauty, but you have
Hmm.
to put in every pen is a new challenge to put the innovation. And probably the pen that won in the
Hmm.
States the best pen last year, the Psycho, that was very
Yeah.
unusual, material. I have to say that since I moved from
Hmm.
Visconti, I changed my way of designing pen because Pineider is not Visconti. So I cannot think with the same mind in Pineider. Pineider is not extra luxury like is Visconti and is not a pen brand. So I have to
Hmm.
think to pens that can adapt to the Pineider, lifestyle.
Hmm. It's different. It's different. I understand it. I understand that. All right. Thank you. Let's go to the third and final question. Because Dante, you're already, you're so long in the writing industry already. But what is your top tip for someone that's using fountain pens?
There is not, for me, there is not a specific tip. If he's a young guy, he will discover a new writing instrument that even he didn't know. If he's an old man writing with a fountain pen, probably he knows more than me. No, the pen is a slow time. It's like you eat at a McDonald's or you eat in a nice restaurant. The fountain pen needs time, and
Hmm.
you have not to be in a rush and enjoy. So if he's a young guy, I will suggest him to write with a fountain pen. He will make new friends with a fountain
Hmm.
pen. Anytime he will need to work. But I have to say, in all my life, I've seen young people when they become businessmen or they have a new job and they care. If they care, they're going sooner or later they will buy a fountain pen.
Hmm. I like that tip.
But basically, it's not a tip. Remember what I was telling you before. Always fun. A fountain pen is fun. A fountain pen
That's true.
gives you a social life because when you have a fountain pen and first of all you are a man that can write. I'm not joking. It's not so normal nowadays
That's true.
because the other people are digitals, are not writing people. And when you write, you have a social life. You are at the pride to have with you a fountain pen. Then I can tell you this guy is in the right way
Hmm. So your
because
tip is basically write with a fountain pen.
I will always suggest to write with a fountain pen because the fountain makes you unique.
Hmm. That's
So
true.
whatever brand you want to choose, but it's a fountain. But I will tell you a nice story if you allow me 5 minutes extra.
Of course. Of course.
Just last week we got in Mugello the MotoGP, and you know how much as a racer I've been racing professionally for 17 years. When Visconti started to go well, I got some free time. I started racing when I was 50 years old. And this guy called me and he wrote me a nice email. I am an aerospatial engineer. I actually work in KTM after being in Aprilia and Ducati. I fall in love with the Homo sapiens. And when I discovered that you were the maker, I need to meet you. So he was in Florence. We spent 5 hours talking about motorcycles and fountain pen. And this is an incredible guy. Now he's an eye engineer working in Austria in KTM. And I have
Hmm.
to tell you, these are the things that amaze me.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, right? You have your social life because of all these
And
kind of
this is a
things.
guy that he learned about pens when he was already 35 years, 38 years old. Actually,
Mm.
today he's 39, and he's buying the pen from Andreas Zimmerli in Switzerland, in Zurich.
Hmm.
because his girlfriend is from Zurich. Now, this is an amazing story. And
He could have better bought it with Appelboom, but that's another story.
but probably you should have a KTM in your country, or you
Yeah.
should have a girlfriend from your area.
We have a lot of girlfriends here walking around on the street. It's
Then I have to come over there.
yeah. You're welcome to visit, Dante. You're welcome to visit anyway.
but
All right.
okay, that's all the story, and I think it's
I
something
love it.
very nice to have
It's very nice.
friendship through a pen.
It's very nice. I love it. All right, Dante, thank you so much for this video. Everybody that's watching and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that right now because next week we have another guest and another Pen Fan series. Bye bye.
Ciao, bye bye.